Hello and welcome. Thank you for your interest in the resident assistant position. In this video, we hope to answer all of your questions about the job and the application process. If there's a specific topic you're interested in, just click on the timestamp in the description below. We have a lot to cover, so let's get started.
As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic is ongoing. Please note that campus guidelines and restrictions related to public health safety may require us to modify or rescind our offer of the RA position. Hopefully this doesn't deter you from applying for potentially one of the most rewarding yet challenging jobs on campus.
So, what is a resident assistant? RAs are live-in, part-time student staff whose primary responsibilities include community development and helping provide a safe living environment. Some things an RA might do include planning and executing community development activities, learning about and referring students to campus resources, helping residents who are locked out, responding to emergency situations, and helping educate their community about any number of topics.
Let's talk about some time commitments. As an RA, you can expect to work an average of 10 to 18 hours per week. However, there may be times that require more than that, especially in the beginning, and there may be some weeks that require less time. Generally speaking, you're expected to keep Wednesday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. available for staff meetings. You will also have a weekly half-hour one-on-one meeting with one of your supervisors. Additionally, if you are an apartment RA, you will assist with a weekly 2-hour office shift. Beyond that, the rest of your time will be filled with planning events and other community building activities, connecting with your residents, enforcing policies, serving as a part of the after-hours on-call rotation, helping with lockouts, and responding to various resident issues and concerns.
If hired, you will be expected to attend our fall training, which generally starts 2 to 3 weeks prior to the start of fall quarter. An exact start date will be shared in spring. Please note that because RA training is typically scheduled from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the week, Summer Session B, GRE, MCAT, LSAT, and other classes are not permitted to be taken during this time. Additionally, because the RA schedule tends to be busiest during fall, RAs may not participate in Greek Rush during their first quarter as you acclimate to your job and responsibilities. However, you can rush in winter or spring if you are interested in doing so. Some additional work commitments include working special campus events and major event weekends like move-in and move-out weekends, Halloween, Deltopia, and UCSB Open House. Exact dates and shifts will vary by community, and you may not be needed the entire time.
We know this is a lot, and now may actually be a good time to take a deep breath if there's any tension around the expectations so far. We just have a few more to share. RAs must consult with your supervisor prior to taking on additional work. Additional employment may not exceed 10 hours per week. If hired, RAs will be viewed as role models on all levels at all times, whether it's personal, professional, academic, and this also applies to on and off campus. Because of this, you must adhere to and enforce all federal and state laws as well as university policies and regulations. We don't say all of this to scare you, and we assure you that this isn't as time-consuming as it sounds. But we want to make sure that you have a full understanding of what you're signing up for, should you apply and get the position.
We've already gone over some of these, but the RA job duties vary widely. Your primary role is to foster and develop community among your residents. This can be done a number of ways, which can include planning events by stopping by their room or apartment to say hello, or to just have one-on-one conversations with them. You'll also assist your supervisors in distributing information both virtually and in person, and you may need to help students with academic concerns, roommate or neighbor disputes, or personal crises. And don't worry if you don't know how to do these things, you will get training. One of the most important job responsibilities you'll have, though, is to help maintain the safety and security of our communities. You'll need to know and enforce housing and university policies and document any student concerns. You will also serve as part of the RA on-call rotation. Every night, weekend, and holiday, there is an RA on-call available to help assist residents who are locked out or with other urgent matters. The RA on-call is often the first to the scene of an emergency, but there is always a professional on-call and backup if needed. The frequency of duty varies by community, but you can expect to be on call about once per week. Those hired to work in our apartments are also expected to help with winter and spring break on-call coverage. Again, you may not be needed the entire time, but work with your supervisor if you have any extenuating circumstances or needs.
In total, there are about 130 RA jobs in university-owned housing. There are 3 different position types listed on the application. The first is undergraduate. If you are a current undergrad and interested in working in the residence halls or undergraduate apartments. The second is graduate. If you are a current graduate student living by yourself. Or the third, which is family student housing, if you are eligible to live in that community. You may only apply for the family student housing position if you currently live in Stork or West Campus housing or will be on the wait list by March 1st. Please see the housing website for eligibility requirements if needed. RA contracts are offered for 1 academic year. RAs must serve a second year upon successful reapplication and evaluation from supervisors. The number of second year, or as we refer to as these roles, returner RAs, are limited. We also have a limited number of RA positions during the summer. These are for special summer session programs such as Freshman Summer Start, Sophomore Experience, or Transfer Edge. These summer RA positions start in June or July. Successful candidates will be asked about their interest and availability for the summer later in our process. No matter where you may work, the functions of all RAs are the same. However, the manner in which they are implemented will vary according to the specific community assignment.
To be eligible to apply, you must meet all of the following requirements. Maintain full-time student status, maintain an overall 2.3 GPA and a minimum 2.0 quarterly, maintain eligibility to live within the community in which you work, maintain good academic and judicial standing with the university, successfully pass a background check, be eligible to work in the United States, and abide by all university, federal, state, and local laws and policies. We do welcome and encourage international student and undocumented applicants. If you are an international student, you must have a visa F1 or J1, which allows you to work a university appointment up to 50%. Undocumented student applicants will be asked to provide proof of employment authorization. Partners of students are eligible to apply for the Family Student Housing RA position without being a full-time student. If you are an international partner, you must have a J2 visa with a work permit.
Okay, now let's talk about the fun part. Let's talk about the benefits and compensation package of this awesome position. RAs receive housing in the assigned area where they will work. For our residence hall RAs, this is a single occupancy dorm room. For our undergraduate and graduate RAs, you may receive a studio or 1-bedroom apartment. And for our family student housing RA, it is either a 1 or 2-bedroom apartment. Additionally, RAs in the residence halls receive a meal plan and a small stipend, while RAs in the apartments receive a slightly larger stipend and a parking permit in their designated complex. This position also offers a ton of professional development opportunities, expanding your skill set in customer service, event planning, conflict management, emergency response, and much, much more. You will learn about and connect with campus departments, organizations, and faculty members, and hopefully you will make lifelong connections with some of your fellow staff members and residents.
You can find this year's application timeline on the RA selection website at housing.ucsb.edu, or you can find it linked to our Instagram account at UCSB RA selection. Please note that late applications will not be accepted under any circumstances, so be sure to get your application in on time. We will be moving quickly through our selection process, as we expect to have everything wrapped up for you by spring break at the latest. After reviewing the applications, we will let you know if you will be continuing on in the process or not. Candidates moving forward will be invited to participate in our interview process, which typically takes place in early March. Family student housing and graduate apartment applicants may have slightly different interview dates. Final decision letters will be emailed by the end of spring break, and you will be notified if we are interested in hiring you for a family student housing, graduate, or undergraduate position. Our orientation and onboarding process will take place during the spring quarter and summer. Exact building placements may not come until summer as well. As we noted previously, campus and county guidelines in regards to public health policy and safety will dictate our ability to move forward with many planned processes. If at any time our campus leadership decides that we cannot reopen our housing communities, we will need to rescind our offer of the RA position. We remain hopeful and flexible and ask for the same from you.
Now you may be asking yourself, what is it that we're looking for? The short answer, there is no one type of person that makes a great RA. When selecting folks, we really try to find people that complement one another on a team, as well as those who seem like they would fit well within the residential and community living family. That being said, RAs take on a lot of responsibility, so we're definitely looking for candidates who are ready for a challenge. We're looking for individuals who would build strong communities and make human connections, help foster a safe and welcoming environment for all, promote academic success, learning, and wellness, provide support and services to residents, and be present and engaged in the community. In regards to our work culture, we define this through our 5 vision statements. The first is that human connection is at the heart of our work. We exemplify diversity and inclusivity. We are a catalyst for collaboration and co-creation. We recognize opportunities for growth when mistakes occur, and we keep it fresh, vibrant, and innovative. We strive to help all of our residents build their home away from home and find their place of belonging here at UCSB. If this sounds appealing to you, we really hope that you apply.
Thanks for joining us for this informational video on our selection process. We realize that we aren't able to cover everything and that you might still have additional questions. Please check out our website for our frequently asked questions or contact us via email at housing-raselection@ucsb.edu. We look forward to reviewing your application and meeting you through this process. Good luck!